live. Ozbot, look at me. Ozbot, come here. Wait a minute. Got to get the Ozbot. Ozbot, look at me. Damn thing. Okay. Ozbot. Are you in? Okay. Ozbot is ready to go. We are all there. Look at that. Ozbot paying attention. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good. Great.
A little hot.
A little hot. And they wanted me to dress up as Darth Vader, like helmet and everything. And I think I might have melted by the end of it. So do you want me to be in the middle? Yeah, you be there. That's good. Squeeze in so we're all in the screen. We can see the screen sort of. So what are we talking about today, people? As you can see, we're back on the boat because it's a nice day and we got to get as much nice days as we can. We don't like being cooped up inside. Do you?
No, it's good. But I think we were all, it was cold this morning. So
Is it cold now?
No, I'm boiling.
You have a sweater on.
I know.
It's not really sweater weather right now.
It was cool.
It was cool. It was downright chilly.
It's something synchronicity going on because
I know.
we all wore like woolen stripes.
You're all very nautical.
Now, but anyways,
Well, so today's topic, we're talking about life, I guess, imitating art or art imitating life. What we're taking from fictional characters, movies, books, art, whatever it may be, music, and how those fictional characters, how those ideas can work their way into real life, which is an interesting topic. So, barring my Darth Vader outfit, I fished out the, no pun intended, I didn't get the fishnets, but I got the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Wow, that was quick.
Shirt here.
Yeah.
So,
I liked it.
I thought about when I was driving down if I get some, some fishnets, some stockings, some garters, some heels. So,
I
Dr. Frank and Furter.
I did not get this.
Well, that's a good place to start. Shall we start with the Rocky Horror Picture Show and how that
Is
only
that your thing? Is that what you were? How did that inspire you?
the first time you saw it was the first time I saw it.
Oh,
So let me just say the Rocky Horror Picture Show did not inspire me
that's good.
for anything other than a raised eyebrow or two.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why is it such a classic? Like when you
I would say it's a cult.
It's a
classic.
cult classic,
It's like
yes.
that
There's a
kind of
difference.
level.
Okay,
Yes.
so there's followers.
When I was younger, it was like every Friday night or something.
Midnight, King's
People
Court.
were gonna play it and there was a huge crowd or wherever I lived, around the lines around. So it was an event. People came with rice when they got married, and people threw
Yeah.
rice. People dressed up.
Yeah.
Everybody
It
knew
was-
that dance.
It's participation. Yeah, participation.
I think that was the big.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't popular when it started. It was not a popular movie when it came out.
Yes, I totally get it. Because all I could say, what is happening here? And I don't get it now.
So when did you see it?
Last year.
Oh, for years. Yeah, I
They-
feel like it was.
we were
I think
up
it
at the
was
lake, Erie,
Yeah.
and it was showing at the drive-in.
at the drive-in, which was
And
fun.
we went over it was a spur of the moment thing. We were like, let's go see Rocky Horror Picture
There
Show.
were people doing the whole thing.
Yes,
There was some people
yes, there were some people doing
doing
yes.
something. Which is
that.
but I guess I have to investigate it more because I would like to understand it better.
There's nothing to understand. You don't. There's
So I'm not.
nope. There's no need.
It goes back to what we've been talking about. A theme that's prevailing throughout our pod series is people are looking for community. People are looking for that water cooler moment where they want to just feel like they're part of something. And if it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so be it. Because people are lonely and they want to have some kind of connection. I think that's what it's all about. I mean, I don't think the movie is about that. The movie's crazy. But I think that's why people are drawn to those types of activities.
Certainly, and that takes care of a very particular niche in terms of if you are this type of person, and I mean it's fun for anybody, but that is an alternative type of environment that it is attracting younger. It skews in all the different sorts of target markets there. So at the time when it came out, I mean, this is literally like people. This is the midnight show people will go to. So if you're feeling a little angsty and out of sorts, that's grab my buddies and go throw rice at the screen. Let's do the time warp again.
You know way too much of this.
Let's
Do
do
the
the
time
time.
warp
Oh my God, both
again.
of you.
All the good songs are front loaded in that.
Yeah,
It's like the first half hour, first hour, all the good stuff is in
Yeah.
the first hour, and then after that, just
it gets cookier and
it does
cookier
get
as
cookier and
as
cookier.
the
Yes.
movie goes forward.
The casting is good though. I do remember the cast.
Oh,
Susan
Tim Curry.
Sarandon.
Tim Curry's great.
Yeah, Susan Ray is amazing. So
Meatloaf is in it.
yeah, it's
Let's
so
see.
good.
I
Yeah.
forgot. That's a really that's awful. But there is certain things about it, it's intriguing in it. But I think it's the people coming together, and that's what people are looking for. So they're looking for a reason to come together.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna dress up like the characters, throw rice, jump around, sing songs, and dance, and you're just doing. It's a happening. It's not just it's not a passive activity. It's a happening.
All right. So that Dr. Susan, you weren't here last week. You missed a whole bunch of stuff. It was good.
I bet I did. Yeah, I have to catch up.
The anchor's working much better this time. Because the anchor really, I don't think, was working that well last time. We floated around a lot. But so let's just throw some movies out there, or any work of art with fictional characters that have translated into your real life. Just throw it out there, and then we'll come back. So everybody, throw out a couple titles, and then we'll come back. I love that one. That's awesome. One of my favorites. Is that one of your favorites, people? One of my favorites.
It's hard to.
It is because you're thinking like where
I like scenes like Old Times with Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase. That's not foul play. It's
Correct.
Scenes
Yes.
like Old Times. I love that movie. I cannot tell you how
I
many
got
times
to have
I've
my
watched
feet
it.
scraped
I know exactly what you're talking about.
with Charles Grodin, Pittsburgh guy. There he is.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Charles Grodin is from right over there.
So we're talking about aspiring. What makes you feel inspired? I was actually weirdly inspired by that movie.
By Seems Like Old Times.
Yeah.
In what way?
Because
To have an
let me
ex-husband.
finish. Come on. Oh my goodness. I loved Goldie Hawn's character in that movie. She plays this very cute, fun, a little bit airheaded lawyer who helps the downtrodden and people and gives them a place to stay and a job to get. And I really was inspired by that character.
she's so cute.
So
Amazing. I really like to make anything, For me, I know it's MTV when I saw it first in Hungary. I didn't speak English at the time, but whatever I see, I just said, I want to go whatever this is.
I think MTV was a huge impact on
That whenever they speak this language, I want to be around. And then when I got here, I think for me, just Gilligan's Island and Trees Company teaching me English was just such a special. Not any of the characters, but they were speaking easy to me, and even the way they acted, I could understand what they are saying, sort of. So that's how I learned speaking English. So I think that's why it's going to be special for me, both of them. Like you said, it's so many good movies that
I think that this goes back a very long way, and I was young, and so Ava, you would not necessarily recall it, and I'm not even sure if Erica and Scott were that exposed to it. They would know its own thing.
Oh yeah. I'm not a big All in fan, but I
I
mean seminal impact on the culture.
seminal impact is what I'm thinking of, because it introduced the concept of so many taboo topics, and put it right there
It was reality.
into primetime TV, and it was real, and it didn't skirt any of the biases of the times, and things which I guess threaten mutuality and understanding and collective acceptance. It was all put out there. It was never sugar-coated, and somehow these irascible personalities and these resistant personalities, you had the antagonists and the protagonists, and they were really distilled in a small area.
Was it just a
almost
movie or was it
played-
No, it's a
It's a
series that
series on weekly,
ran all for years and years and years.
and they
Launched
I
careers.
give them a lot of credit because they went head on
Racism,
everything.
just
And from that
bigotry.
spin-offs, which
I like the
launched
Jeffersons better.
people who would have not necessarily had an opportunity, such as the Jeffersons.
I love
Live
it,
issues are great.
Jeffersons.
Moving on up
Jeffersons
to the east side.
You
To
guys
a
are so
deluxe apartment in the sky.
It's in there.
You must have watched it quite a bit.
Don't ask me.
I
my
didn't
middle
watch All in
name,
the Family.
but I can sing those.
I didn't
lyrics.
watch All in the Family that much. I watched Gilligan's Island more than All in the Family. I was watching Star Trek and stuff like that.
How about Star Trek? 'Cause
Star Trek
I
is really interesting.
I remember the first time I happened to watch Star
Yeah.
Trek. It was a rerun on a Saturday, and I was just glued. And my brother and I were watching it, and I'll never forget my mom coming through, giving it a second take, and all she said was, "This is so weird." But I absolutely loved it.
Well, I like science fiction stuff. I like the whole idea and the whole concept of not hanging around. What else is on the time? So we've talked about the Laws of Robotics and Foundation series with Asimov in the books in the 50s, but H.G. Wells, Jules Verne, even 100 years ago, guys that were writing science fiction stuff, War of the Worlds, and all of this type of stuff. Really fascinating stuff, in my opinion. But Star Trek it's an interesting concept because would Star Trek be as popular if Star Wars hadn't come along? Because Star Trek was canceled after only a couple seasons. It was not initially popular
It
at all.
again had a cult following,
did.
But in that era, the cult audience, I don't think influenced
Right,
studios
not enough to
and
keep it going.
networks.
Yeah, there were no writing
No,
campaigns to.
I agree with you. And then there were always two camps:
Yeah.
Star Wars, Star Trek. And
That's
there need
true.
not be. You live
But
both.
they have all Trekkies. I mean, there's a whole
Right.
name
Oh,
for
no.
it. You put Trekkie,
Correct.
and there's the whole thing.
But that Trekkie thing, it existed, but it wasn't as worldwide until
the movie,
the movies came, which was
launched-
20 years later.
launched a rebound for the
Correct.
television. So I do think that there was something so incredibly appealing with what you say. The idea that man can go out and discover
What's out there?
boldly.
Boldly go, where no man has gone before.
No man has gone before.
Yes.
And it had everything. It had,
wah,
yeah,
wah.
but it had everything. It had all the
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a cement mixer.
Oh my God.
bones. What do you think? Yeah. The whole idea too, I think, of Spock and what he represented. Yeah. They were all ahead of their time.
Well, and Gene Roddenberry saw that through not just that, but he was around with Next Generation and all of these newer incarnations as well. So he left his imprint throughout all of the newer stuff, with Picard and stuff as well.
And if you ever want to know what's going to happen, it's coming along. Best futures for science fiction writers, because and here we are, wireless,
Yeah.
beaming out.
Universal
across
translators. Every phone now
every
has it.
phone has
Well,
a
the new,
translator.
but the new,
That's true.
they
It's a good
just
point.
announced yesterday with the new AirPods, the AirPod
Yes.
Pro 3s has an instantaneous translator built into the
right
headphones.
into your
Oh
So
my
you no
gosh.
longer need to go through this Google Translator thing.
I don't have
like,
to watch
where-
Gilligan's Island.
Right? We're in Hungary and they're speaking Hungarian and you're listening through it through your
Yes,
headphones
no.
and it's
And
translated.
you know they're talking about you, Scott.
Well,
And you know what they're
only
saying.
when they say bad words, I know.
But is this a good thing? Are we not going to speak other languages now?
Well, that's the trade-off.
There is a trend.
The trade-off is the time and effort and commitment to learn and integrate into another society versus just being able to understand what's going on.
We have an immediate capacity to
You
connect.
want to know?
And once again, the challenges our relationality as a species. Because now we're not necessarily working on a connection.
bowling over.
Well, so many of the shows that we grew up watching took us away from our everyday reality, except for maybe All in the Family. That was more just a regular.
That
family.
was real. That was like
That
I would
was-
say it's
that
like the
was
first
real.
reality
That
TV
was
show.
real.
It was
right?
ultra real.
But a lot of the shows were like otherworldly, like Bewitched, like June McGee, going back in time to the Flintstones or at future time to the Jetsons. But it seems like people had a fascination with superheroes. I would say for me, the women superheroes are my favorite. I love, if you want to call them more
Like
of a
Wonder Woman?
superhero, loved Wonder Woman.
ISIS.
Love-
Remember ISIS?
Like her, I mean, she wasn't top of the list. I loved the Bionic Woman.
Oh, Bionic Jamie Summers. Yeah.
Lindsay Wagner.
Dun, dun, dun,
Crush that
dun,
tennis
dun,
ball.
dun.
And then she put her little thing, did the hearings. She was the most fabulous. I did love Charlie's Angels. I love that.
Everyone.
What's not to love?
So I loved all those.
So, which
superheroes.
angels were your favorite though? Because there were so many.
Well, we would play Charlie's Angels playground. That's what we did. We would have the league pads
Did you
and all stuff.
was somebody
So we
Oscar?
would
Did you
always-
get somebody to be?
Oh, we always know he was just an usher. It's just the girls would be like, let's play Charlie's Angels. And right away, like, hi, Tara. I'm Chris. Nobody wanted to be Sabrina. She was
Which
the
one was
smart
Sabrina?
one. She was
The
beautiful.
taller one.
She was beautiful too. Kate Jackson
Yes.
was beautiful. She was this smart one that always dissolved.
She was the taller one.
Everything. She's a beautiful woman too. But I don't know. In my recess, they didn't want to be Serena. We had to fight over some Farrah.
Everybody wanted to be Farrah, but she
My
was only
hair
there for
was
1
there.
year.
I mean,
Right?
In high school.
Oh,
Well, she had the hair.
and you had the hair.
I want to see pictures.
The hair.
I love it. But it was a fabulous, just women empowerment in that way, in those times.
If you think about it, because both the girls and the guys had like the posters of imaginary figures, and it also could be rock bands or whatever, but larger than life, iconic images in their lockers at school, stickers on their books, on their walls at home, and it was girls and boys. So, do they do that still today? Do kids do that?
I think younger kids.
Of like people, I guess, are they still? I guess Twilight. I guess people have. Bella
yes,
and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
It's a big icon.
I guess. When you talk about Bridgerton, you're rolling all over yourself with the whole Downton Abbey
Oh,
thing.
Downton
Yes.
Abbey is great because it's such a interesting to see how the rich lived and then served them.
Yeah.
How they respected each other. What was that like? And it's like
The upstairs, downstairs.
upstairs, yeah. And it was certain things were STEM. Like I always went like, hey, doing facials.
Yeah, right. You can't help
How
it.
did they do that
Why are they
here?
looking so
Right?
good?
Like I would love to know, like,
Can they change their own underwear? No,
Right.
they need a valet
yeah.
or a maid, a personal maid.
I just think like that made it so interesting. That's how they do it. Okay. Like I would love to know in the White House, do they have a spa in there?
I'm sure they do.
Maybe they'll have it this.
I'm,
Like,
I'm
you're
sure they
so
do.
cute. But like I would love to know
No,
who is
it's-
really
it's-
pumping people's blackheads
we
there,
all
or do
wonder.
they?
We all do. We wonder these things.
This kind of that's what makes
How do
it
they
so
live?
interesting. And it's a fascination because none of us can get there.
Speak for yourself. I've got
Oh,
my
so
cabinet
you-
already planned out.
No. But what I'm saying, you're a prince now. You have
You
royal
thought I
blood.
was.
But you know what I mean. Like
I know.
so that makes it we can reach it, but we can see it and how they live. And
But I also think people want to get in the weeds and see like where's the humility in these lifestyles. Because even though times change, clothes change, people really don't. The same themes, the same situations, and people want to see the humanity within the people and the themes.
You want the wrong.
You hope. You hope that
You,
there's
you want
humanity.
you desire refinement. It truly is that juxtaposition that I think everybody has. But people are most comfortable probably with extreme.
Yes.
Where they identify, or want to identify, maybe with being real. But yet I think a lot of people crave refinement.
And what the whole hero's journey is someone's down and then they bring themselves out of misery and become triumphant, I think is huge. And even just like poor $6 million man and Lindsay Wagner and Planet Woman. They were going to die. They were paralyzed in these accidents, and then they became iconic.
Yeah.
And they
We can rebuild.
we can better, faster.
Stronger.
Oh, that's great. But I do think people like the hero's journey.
Well, that's a time-old thing. I mean, that goes back to Greek mythology and stuff. You have the arc, of pick your Greek hero, Hercules, Achilles, any of there's Odysseus. There's an arc of start here, but work your way up, and then everybody wants to bring the top down.
And then hopefully they win.
Down they fall, or they die. They die trying. Or it's just so terrible, like Oedipus and things like that. And if you look at those ancient stories are still around. I love Greek mythology.
I do too.
And I find the lack of interest of younger folks, and I don't know whether it's twofold, whether it's just they're not teaching it anymore, or whether people aren't interested in it. And I don't know if people were as interested when we were learning it.
So interesting. What was your favorite story?
No, I mean, I kind of like Perseus. I like that. I like the Titans, just the whole Kronos from the beginning of the things and stuff. But you fast forward that to when they redid the movies with Harryhausen doing the little models and stuff, stop motion stuff, and Sinbad and things like you started talking about, where you're kind of replaying these, and these were done in like the 60s and 70s, maybe the 50s. So you're like seeing, okay, that's cool.
I love the myths, and there's
Like Clash of the Titans. That was the name of the movie.
Oh,
Clash of the Titans. Remember Clash of the Titans?
Yes.
Mark Hamill.
Did you see it?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It like put all of Greek mythology in one thing. It
And I
combined
just think
everything.
we keep repeating it. It's always an iteration.
Yeah.
All these centuries. And that's an important thing to understand about
Because it's humanity.
humans.
Because it's
And humans relate to power and destruction and creativity and transcendence, and also the exchange. Like we have a sense that there always must be some degree of sacrifice. Certainly in any kind of drama, pathos or bathos, there is always the sacrifice. It's always carries the brunt of, even if it is scorn. It may not be a literal death, but there's persecution.
and we're
That's
not
how you
smart
learn
enough.
life lessons. And that's
Yeah.
how you learn about shame and being good, right?
Yeah.
And
And
hope.
Scarlet Letter.
Pride.
See, nobody reads the Scarlet Letter anymore, so shame is out the
Shame.
window as an important part of society. We have taken shame as a civilization away from because first shame is a wonderfully controlling emotion. Without
We're
that,
gonna get comments.
but in this
But
way,
that's good.
but it is.
It's a good conversation.
It is a wonderfully controlling emotion that is not put upon you by some third party. It is put upon you by yourself. So it is your own guidelines. I would much rather have my own guidelines controlling me rather than some, third party edict or government body or whatever doing what I'm doing and telling me.
Back
Would
to
you?
the movies.
well, I think that's a really good topic that we should do next.
Shame
I think it's interesting.
or control, government control.
I think it's a great topic. But back to the movies.
Back to
though.
the movies.
But I do think it's a good topic. I think that another big piece of these mythological stories is hubris.
Yeah.
Being prideful.
That's the Greek
Yes.
the big Greek thing.
Like how in all of these stories are like, you have too much pride, you're gonna fall. Like I think of Icarus. His father was Daedalus, but he didn't listen to his father. He told him not to fly too close to his sun when he made his beautiful wings. But he didn't listen to his father. He flew close to the sun. And what happened?
And he
The
melted.
wings melted, and he fell down. So it's like that kind of thing.
They're cautionary tales, and they're trying to, how do you harness and read it again? Power. That's
Do we have any movies like that? Like somebody remade these?
Well, I mean, but if you think Godfather, all of these movies are about that. They're all Star Wars. They're
to see people be redeemed. For me, my favorite part of Darth Vader, who you were supposed to dress up.
Yeah.
Scott told us he was dressing up as
Yes.
Darth Vader today. That is too
It's
much.
an enormous disappointment.
But anyway, what I love about Star Wars, and I'm,
Squeezing your neck.
what I love about, I'm transmuting it down.
Oh,
Sorry,
you
I
baby.
thought you-
Don't worry, we're Qigong.
We're Qigong masters right here. We've got this.
But anyway, what I love about the whole Darth Vader thing and Star Wars is the whole redemptive story, the redemption. If it had a different ending, I'm sorry to give it away that it means so much Star Wars, but the main thing I loved is the redemptive story of it.
Like
Redemption.
where they have the
With Darth
image of
Vader.
them all standing around,
Yes, with Darth
all
Vader's
happy
part of it.
together,
And he's part of it. Like I love that. I love grace.
with the little bears.
I love grace.
Redemption.
Redemption and grace.
It's utterly.
What do you think of the little bears?
I don't know. I'm not even thinking. I'm just thinking that Darth Vader was redeemed at the end. Because in the beginning he was nice. He was the boy that we all liked Anakin. And,
Okay.
And then something happened. He had a terrible journey. He was fearful
Tried to fix
and
her.
fear. Remember Yoda
Heartbeat.
said fear.
I don't know. Would you guys want to live in that time? Like, I don't think we want to live in
I'm trying to fix our
Oh.
our
I
thing
thought he was
because we're just
saying
saying you guys
Darth
at the
Vader.
moment. Oh, wait, there we go. It's starting to move. Come
Come
here. Come here.
I know where it is.
Oh,
I
there,
thought
it's
you were going
moving.
to bring lights.
It's moving.
Today, Scott.
I was trying. Maybe I'll just sit down here. Come here. Come here. The Ozbot is giving us issues.
It's
Ozbot.
be comical.
It is.
Sure.
I thought it was a Qigong or Darth Vader or some kind of move.
It is. But see, Ozbot is supposed to follow my finger. There he goes. Wait, he is. Come on. Here, Ozbot.
You whistling?
It looks like Wally we were saying last week.
That's where.
Who doesn't? We ran into somebody who really hates Wally. Who was it?
Yes.
Oh, you don't want to mention who it was?
Because not everybody likes.
No, I know people who really don't like that.
Yeah, somebody really didn't like that movie. I don't understand why. I'm just gonna
I like it.
fix Ozbot.
It's just stuffy.
Yeah, it is.
Like you were saying last week, he wants to live in a chair at 400 pounds and sit in a shake and going down a conveyor belt doing nothing.
But it is. It could go gorgeous.
We talked about that last week. So, but anyway, back to Darth Vader. Should we move to that side?
No, fine.
What should we do?
I don't know. We'll just keep on going. I mean, we're doing it on Facebook, so Facebook is good. Hey! So if they want the
The VLT.
YouTube one, it just is a little different.
Oh, here.
No, you're good. Please continue with talking amongst yourselves.
Well, Darth Vader to me was in the end redeemed, and that made me happy because I remember when he was Anakin, just the boy, and he went through his whole journey. He went to like almost like an inverted hero's journey, the opposite. And he went through it all, and then at the very end, he was redeemed. Remember, I told you I'm writing a paper on universal salvation. So
Is Darth Vader part of your thing?
because I like.
Do you actually
everything.
say the word Darth Vader in your thesis?
Maybe I should.
Oh no, you need to. Absolutely.
Can I quote you?
You've got
No, you can quote Darth Vader. Sith Lord. I don't even think you should say Darth Vader. I think you should just say Sith Lord.
I don't know about this. I just know about Darth Vader.
And there's a number. I think he's like this. Somebody out there help us. He's like the 6th or 7th Sith. You can only have 2 at a time, and he's several incarnations of Sith Lords.
But these anti-heroes, they all have a journey too.
Sure.
And that's why I think people like movies about those kind of people too, because we want to understand, and they're humans are they can be empathetic. Why is this person acting this
You
way?
can't have a good guy without a bad guy.
Why are they a bad guy? What's the reason? No, there's usually a reason.
Because they want to destroy the Earth, like Marvin the Martian. It's going to blow up the Earth. Here's the P-38 spell. That's one of my favorite characters. I love Bugs Bunny cartoons. Oh, my. Talk about
Oh,
fictional
yeah.
characters
Oh yeah.
making an impact on
So
life.
Bugs
classic.
Bunny?
Bugs Bunny
I
cartoons.
can see you loving it.
Oh, I have them all.
Already.
I have them all. I've got them all on
Tom and
Betamax.
Jerry.
Oh, they're awesome.
Well, the bunny always had all these kids too.
Yes, Bugs is out there, man. Bugs does opera.
Bugs
Bugs does everything.
Speedy Gonzalez. I like
Yeah.
The Roadrunner.
Uh-huh.
Yes, for sure.
I like Tom too. I think we
She
talked about.
she loved Tommy Jerry.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yes.
I think we all were
We did.
Mike's fans.
Yes.
We loves Anthony.
She's somebody like Spike. Who likes Spike the dog?
Oh, you like
I
Spike.
like the dog. I like the dog
Spike.
because I just feel like he was always taking care of his little baby, and he was just. I love
cute. That's been my attention to Spike.
He's a big bulldog.
I just never cared that much about him. But maybe I will now.
So
That's
we didn't get your favorite movies,
Movies.
or
Oh yeah, I brought up
or-
television.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I guess we did.
yeah. Movies. Again, there's for some reason today I'm really going back in
That's
time.
okay.
Saturday Night
Ooh, love
Wow,
it.
okay.
Love it.
because that was
Damn.
that was a culture,
Yeah.
high impact, a determination of the shift. I think from a certain kind of youthful zeitgeist to a new one.
It's gritty too.
It was gritty.
Yeah.
Exactly what
Yes.
I was going. There was the grit, and that kind of led into the punk era. So
And touched upon. I mean, suicide. There's all kinds of things
it's
in there.
again. I love the things that
A lot of themes in that thing.
confront
Yeah.
the reality. Juxtapose these people. The brother who's the priest of the people who are into all of the darkness and this whole love life, and it is the human expression, the dance, and music, where everyone, I think, it acted as an equalizer.
Mhm.
If you could get out on that floor, everybody, in terms of society and culture, was equal, and then they could perform and prove themselves and get to the place that they wanted eventually, right?
Absolutely. That was such a life changing movie for our culture. That
I think-
really was a shift. And I don't know if we have movies like that anymore today, but that one was I was a kid in the 70s, and I just
What would be a movie like that?
High School Musical. No, but it wasn't like the real, like you said, the dark underbelly.
We were young at the time, so probably for the young, with the young, they probably think maybe do whatever it's them. Because just remember, when we see these, we were younger, so for us, we were
But
still
Dune is not based in a real people thing. It's a made up science fiction thing. So even though the characters are not they're fictional characters, it's in a real setting that people can go. Oh, Studio 54. Oh, New York. Oh, the bridge. So there incorporates those.
and
real
it's
places.
reality shows them.
That's exactly it. That's what changed.
Maybe
Because
it's
reality
about
shows.
watching people
Big Brother or
flipping a house.
Yes.
And
Maybe
living
that's-
together.
yeah, it might be it.
Beautiful
They
girls.
just bypassed that. And those shows are
Yes.
probably just as real as Saturday Night
Yes,
Live in
you
terms
are
of the
right.
scriptedness
Yes.
of it.
Well, I don't know how scripted they are, but
Totally scripted.
we did
In the
enjoy
olden days, they weren't as much. The
watching.
originals, yeah.
You are so right. I think
Like
that
Road
shift was a
Road
big
rules.
change because before the reality shows,
The
these
first
actors were like bigger than life. But once the actors like John Travolta was Tony, because it was a Tony, right? And
Yeah.
just kind of, and these people bigger than life, they were untouchable. Now you can go on Instagram and see them cooking their
Right?
favorite scrambled egg. It's not as exciting, they're very more humanized now. But they were bigger than life, and now they are more relatable. And I think the fact that these reality shows are taking place, they're real people. So it's very different. But I do think that we were very impacted.
Do you guys
by
have a
shows.
favorite reality show?
Do you have a favorite? I watch many.
Oh, this one.
That's what everybody else says. That's around it.
I don't know.
They're not saying it in a sweet way.
I really like the one when they on.
Yeah, that's
Funny.
anything
Which
like
one?
that.
I mean, there's so
I
many.
guess I don't know the name. I'm just
HGTV.
yeah. I watched those and I just find them fascinating. Or just
Transformation.
just find it so cool. And then some of the couples are living together and how they, one is the design board and another one is the executor, and we're just being budget conscious. Just and then how much they love to give them to the family who they choose in house. Yeah.
Well, that's like Thai penalties, like what is it? Screen makeover or whatever.
Yeah,
I
think one of those.
they're not like that anymore. Because I've read some stories on some of these things where and they like destroy the house. They like it looks. It's like it's a very good looking veneer. But if you think about it, you literally
It's
is
so
it
fast.
impossible to redo some of these things in 2 days?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To do it
So that's my problem.
correctly.
My problem with reality shows is it's not really reality.
Right.
They're
It's scripted.
It's scripted reality. If it was true reality, I would like it. But the fact that we know they're behind the scenes telling them what to do, say great drama, it makes it not as fun. If you're gonna call it drama, it's gonna be fiction. It's gonna be drama.
Yeah.
If you're gonna call it reality, then it's to be reality. And whoa, this is reality. But like,
I know, right?
Really?
wow,
Sorry
it's
out there,
not
guys.
fake.
We had another boat
It's
passing
not
us by.
fake. It's not a tornado or tsunami. We are really shaking.
I screwed up Osbach there. Osbach got really discombobulated.
I think the old days, the original days of the OC in New York City and Atlanta.
Okay.
Those were golden.
Yeah.
Those were in the aughts. Yeah, those I think were chef's
Frankel
kiss.
in-
Oh
in
yeah,
that.
you could not script what was happening. The dynamics, larger than life personas, they persevere to this day.
Well,
They have their own lives.
That's
All
true.
the things.
But the scripted part isn't in terms of actually writing what they're going to say, but scripting the like.
Oh, they would create.
Yes, the producers are like
Mm-hmm. They're
throwing
throwing
them
them
in,
together.
into these convoluted situations to
Yes.
try to elicit a response.
Yes,
But
and
they
very
have to.
edited, and they edit out stuff. that
Correct,
isn't-
sure, it's all edited. I mean,
But it's entertaining.
well,
It is
And
edited.
you want to say, yeah, for a good brain drain.
Of course, in
I like
Pittsburgh
all
they
of
had
it.
dance moms. I didn't really watch it.
Dance
they
But
had a dance bomb this fall.
you did.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm
How
sure you cheated
famous
them
they,
well.
how famous they was, for us in Hungary when I lived there, Dallas was like one of those things that,
Did people like dress up as
no, but we
Or
watched it and the whole
Your
country was, yes, the whole country was
Right.
sitting down and at school and next day,
Yeah.
everywhere.
It was
We're-
big
we
here.
were talking about it. We were just
What
so
year was that?
It's the
late
late
That is
70s, early
only,
80s.
for me, I think when I saw it in the 90s, early 90s, when Hungary, I mean, I don't know how you guys donated to us, and you guys could watch it for Hungarians, or our TV stations bought it, because don't forget that time
you were
TV
able to
stations
you were
were
able to play
censored.
it then?
Yes, that's what I was
Your
trying to say.
government let it come in.
Yeah.
But what a skewed version
Oh,
of
I mean,
America, right?
oh my God! I mean,
Well,
we
think
were
about it.
just kidding off the
The
lady.
Dallas Dynasty, any soap
Oh,
opera,
yeah, yeah, skewed version.
any Falcon Crest,
Remember that?
The Love
Insta-
Boat.
Who shot JR? Everybody was at
Yeah,
Dallas.
Fantasy
Everybody
Island.
was wearing this. But I thought it was interesting what you said earlier about the MTV.
Yes,
Was
for
really
me,
influencing. You wanted-
definitely. I wanted everything to do with. Just was the best. It was just so.
Who did you make?
I mean, at the time, I think she's still on television. Kennedy, her name is.
Well, Kennedy's
She
on
was
Fox now.
she was a good little interactor, and I remember at the time I didn't speak English. So what I liked is their clothes, their piercings, their makeup was unique. The clothes were like you were sitting on TV and you're wearing a studded bra and you're interviewing somebody. Like what?
Yeah.
But
And I-
Kennedy was a very atypical. She's a host. She's the face of the events that they're out.
Yeah,
but
it was.
she's not your like typical little what you would think of bubbly bleach blonde. You know,
I don't know.
Kennedy is very.
I didn't
Kennedy is
understand
edgy.
it, but I had it on, and it was just I listened to the musicians and music, and it was like, I want to speak like them. I like to hear the language, and that's when I fell in love with English for sure. It was so cool. And then my first one was James Bond, The Spy Who Loved Me. Roger Moore.
That's my favorite Bond movie.
And I tell you what, that I remember thinking, this is the most gorgeous movie. I mean, and that Bond lady is the Bond.
For that
girl.
one,
Yes.
was she's married to Catherine Bach. She's married to Ringo
Very
Starr.
beautiful woman. And the story was nice. I don't know, but she was just stunning. The story.
Triple X.
And the story was futuristic, right? Because it was about
He wanted to blow up the Earth.
and they live underwater.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and
But see, that's a good bad guy. And this good. I was going to bring up when we were talking about bad guys. I don't have that good. Like the Bond villain is the quintessential bad guy. And the best Bond movies are usually the best Bond movies because they had a really good bad guy. He has a really good villain. I mean, if you think about it, the best Bond movies are not when Bond by himself goes and tries to take on to fix something at the end of the movie. It's when he is there, but he's got like a couple hundred special forces guys following along with him and stuff to help out.
I know what you're saying. I just recently watched the new Superman.
I haven't
the
seen
new one.
Yeah, it was the same, same kind of story.
So is it written and it just people adapting it different? Because there's so many of them, right? So is it just new stories or
It's more modern take on
He's
this.
kind of cool. I mean, there's so much backstory material because the comic book that they're based on has been around since the 50s. So there's and it comes out like either every week or every month or whatever. So there's lots of material.
Well, this the original one with Christopher
Yeah,
Reeve
that's-
is the absolute
right.
best in my opinion.
In Hungary, Ava, did you have your own superheroes as part of your cultural?
four
Stalin, Lenin,
No, there was four.
Beria, Trotsky.
No, we had a king. His name is Akash, maybe Matthias, and he was. So they created this really amazing, beautiful cartoon. I would say like 20 minutes episodes, and he was known for his wisdom. So they were like stories about, goodness.
So the communists let you guys do that? You had that during communism?
I don't know if it was communism. Remember, I born in 74.
I know. That's communism. That's Brezhnev. You're
It's fading out by then.
not really. You're highly cultural.
Yes. And it was not good versus evil. It was just doing the right thing.
Well, I only mention that because the way the communists work is to really put their boot on and keep the nations from having their own identities. They want communism to be the overriding thing on that, not Hungarians to know they're Hungarians and Romanians to know they're Romanians.
I think by that time it was fading, and I remember that was like I just really find him like everybody. Matthias was just
I think that's neat.
the
I think
coolest
that's
king
very
ever. And and then Ludas Mati was another one. It was pretty much like a mentor type person who was basically stole from the rich and giving it out. And yeah, exactly.
There's always
Before
those
the
figures.
it was like this. So those are the things that I remember that we were as kids and young adults we still like find them very fascinating.
Which brings us to vigilante justice.
Windbreak. As you can see,
Yes.
we're all melting here because it's very sunny.
As you see, we're not on a green screen.
Yeah.
So we'll have more shade next time if we're out here.
So I think what's interesting here is when we were growing up and we heard about countries that were in communism, it was such a mystery to us. Like it's interesting to talk to you because you grew up behind the iron. We would have called it Iron Curtain, and had a different experience than we were thinking that you were having. Because again, humanity is humanity, and there's always going to be that beautiful breakthrough of goodness and wisdom being taught, or whatever form it comes in. Because no matter what the government's trying to do on whatever side, they're always going to portray how they want to portray the one country. But when you really sit down and talk to people, it's going to be a really different experience. I think that's really cool that you can add that to this.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I had a Coca-Cola. We went to Austria. The first time we were allowed to go to Austria and dogs and were able to buy a like a can.
As
I
opposed to what?
made as opposed to a bottle of can. I collected cans. I mean, to us, like that noise of opening it, and you felt like you're in New York City. And to be honest with you, when I got to New York City the first time, it was like a hot dog with a Coca-Cola from a can. I felt so American. I was like, oh,
But that is
my
America. And
God.
if you think about America, I mean, that's what we are. We are exporting that entertainment, food, and you know, like McDonald's and Coca-Cola and things like that. That is American diplomacy.
No, Coca-Cola to me is still true. Like, I mean, you're not supposed to. But
Yeah.
it's
convenient.
Yeah, we were just talking with my son about hot dogs. Just hot dog. We produce that.
Or a bagel.
Yeah, right.
Pizza, New York pizza, you can't get that anywhere else in the world. They say it's the water.
It's
What's the
that's what they say.
Why New York pizza is the best in
And
the
the
world.
bagels.
It's the water. It's the
Oh
ranch.
yes, I remember we had a bagel store. Even
It's the rest. I don't think it's the rest.
Einstein Bagel, maybe one of those companies came to Budapest, and I remember thinking that what kind of donut looking thing is a hole in the middle and it's a bread and a cream cheese. It's so freaking weird.
Well, there was a learning curve in the United States too. Continental
People
United States.
outside of New York really had
They did not really understand
They
the
didn't know what that
bagel.
is.
So lenders mass manufactured and frozen bagel that can be sold throughout the United States in supermarkets, and the entire premise of their television advertising was really
This is a bagel.
explaining the bagel. That was the 70s.
Yeah. The first McDonald's in Budapest, the concept was that you had to be served under a minute. So what you saw it was these kids running around, and if you didn't serve under a minute, it was free. Lines. to
And it's
get
a
in.
gorgeous place because
It was
it's
so
in the train
amazing.
station.
Yeah.
They took part of the train station.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's all the gilt ceilings. It's all the
it was so
ornate.
much fun.
This building was, you know, a Baroque palace 100 years ago, and this is now the McDonald's.
And I started
Is
my
there
little.
beer? Is there beer? Some McDonald's in here.
I heard that.
Here.
I don't know in a Budapest one, but I remember if I had a little summer job, and my mom said, "Your boss said such nice things about you, and I have a surprise for you tomorrow." And she said, "For a whole week, you can have McDonald's as lunch." I was like, "Oh my God!" I thought that is like the coolest thing ever. Like, I felt so fancy and so.
What did you order?
Oh, just obviously a burger and the double one.
Yes.
Because
Really
just
more.
like what? Two burgers in one? Like, do you just think?
Speaking of movies, you know what they call a Whopper in Amsterdam? Oh, yeah. What movie is that? Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Brings it
That's
to,
another
to
one.
pull it back in with John Travolta.
We did a lot of John.
I
We
love
forgot
Pulp
Grease.
Fiction.
We forgot Grease. That was another iconic, life-changing movie that was. But you know what? There were also topics that were in.
Sure.
I watch it now. I'm like, how is this a kid show?
It's a high school show.
Yeah.
It's not a kid. It's a high school show.
Watching it, third grade jumping into every single kid.
It's cartoon. Hydromatic.
oh,
Automatic.
oh my
It's Grease
God.
Lightning.
Oh
Right.
wow.
You tried
Grease Lightning. Grease Lightning.
We might get jobs from this.
Stranded at the drive-in. Stranded on the fool. What will they say?
Beauty school crap.
Yes.
Monday.
Yes.
But those were serious names. There were, I mean, really, if you think about the whole movie, was about his pursuit to, have his way with Santa.
Oh my gosh.
And then just shoot.
I got chills. They're multiplying.
She went over to the other side.
And I'm losing control.
You are not in control right now. I can see that.
At the tower, you're surviving. It's electrifying.
You better shape up.
Do.
Oh my gosh, we're dressing like Grease next week.
We could do that. Pink ladies.
Okay.
Come as a
Oh,
tea-
next year.
I'll come as a T-bird, and you guys, I'll be surrounded by pink ladies. That's
Oh
it.
my God, those jackets.
We can get our hair done by ESSpa.
Yes, thank you
And
so
our
much.
Frenchie can do
makeup
it.
and,
Frenchie can do their hair.
Yes. So before our end of our show, we have to talk about the retreat.
Yes, let's
Yes.
talk about the retreat.
Everybody gets a
You
pink
guys have
jacket.
more definites on what exactly we'll be gonna do.
Yeah, we have all of our content essentially filling 5 days, and we have workshops, we have classes. They span yoga, qigong, exercise, group, privates,
Art.
therapeutics, art, which is always a huge hit, and then tennis,
Pickleball.
pickleball, hot tubbing, pool,
Fire pit.
hiking.
And we have an amazing chef.
And we have
From one of the reality shows.
very famous
Oh.
reality
Yes, Jeff.
So that is,
and it
sounds
sounds it's an
really cool.
incredible experience, amazing, I think. Bargain opportunity for everything.
So anybody's listening, you need to sign up.
Or just
Yes.
call and inquire with other folks and parents to find out.
It's GH retreat stuff. You can find all the information, including part 4 of this week. We all have developed, and you see what is there.
How long is it taking us to put together this? I remember the last one I was in, I really thought that, because I know this details,
Months.
that had to be
We
taken.
start the moment
Yeah, it's
it
finished.
ends.
The ends. I was
Just
just
keep going.
wondering.
Keep
It was
going.
just, you guys thought of everything.
Assembling a team with providers, content providers, and instructors, and therapists.
Yeah, logistically, it's an
It's
undertaking.
a lot, and then
Well, we just keep up leveling every year, and as we do it, there's less we have to do because we've already
learning
learned
from it,
so
yeah,
much.
it's
You know
in
what works,
place.
what
We have
doesn't, yeah.
templates, and we know what
Sorry.
to avoid.
This is number 5 or
This is our fourth formal
Fourth
retreat, but we've done
giant
little,
retreat.
retreats. Our third one in this week, so.
Like little things like buy the tickets for the Sky Trip prior to
Right.
showing up at the Sky Trip.
Yes.
Things like this.
That's a good one. We
Yeah.
need to talk about that. But yeah, so
And ESSpa.
it's
Yeah.
be there.
So
So their knowledge in terms of spa aspect, self-care, and wellness. Where can people find
Well, I would love if you guys join me in this. One of my place, it's ESSPA, Brilliant Avenue, which is close to Queen Alice.
So
ESSpa.com.
oh,
But yeah, join us. Love it. It's a cute little treat.
we love it. I love it. I go to ESSA every week when I'm in town.
Yeah, it's marvelous.
Or just click on the buttons that you're watching, and we'll send you a gift, a little free voucher. Come in. Free stuff. Who doesn't love free stuff?
Everybody does. By the way, if you sign up for the retreat for September 20th,
Swag.
free swag bag.
Nice swag bag.
And I know you're super generous, so I can only imagine that. Wow.
I like it.
All right.
There's still time to get that back.
Yes.
Next week, if weather permitting, we may be on the boat because we're going to try to do it as much as we can
Under the shade.
under the shade so we're not melting. I'm going to fix this hotspot thing. It's pissing me off here, so we'll have a better
If
angle.
anybody has ideas how to use those, please send us some.
Well, it has a mind of its own. It's this artificial intelligence taking over. Thank you, everybody. If you want to hear about anything in particular next week, text us, email us, let us know, send us a carrier pigeon or a fish, and let us know. Thank you. Bye.
We were talking about Arthur. Oh, another drink.
I love Arthur.